Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 55 yards.
The Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Check 24, check 24.
Now it's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Brings up second and 12 at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 30 base, let's go.
Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Sony Michel, his first carry. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
Smoke. 41's the mic, 41's the mic. Check, check, check 41. Check, check. Hey, switch gears. Let's go.
On 4th down, Love. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
At the 19-yard line.
Ready. 15 Lonnie.
Watch safety creep. Watch it.
You're out.
Safety's creeping.
Go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
Yes!
Mike, 55.
Ready, go!
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Watch out, watch out.
From the gun, Love. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Running from the gun, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Oh, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Ready up!
Mike 41. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Check 24. Gone.
Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And 12 at the 18-yard line.
Down! 60 outlaw. You got double time. See it.
Off the play fake. Love. And this is incomplete.
Intended for number 89. Incomplete. Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check your hot read. Go, go. That's me. Hard. Slam.
Now Gurley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. 6-0 our score after 1.
6. Texans nothing.
And his kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. It's complete to Fuller. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
BIGAC. Alert flare. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play there on the screen pass. 44 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The Chargers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Check. Crunch. 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 Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
From the gun, Love. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 1. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From a yard out. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. To throw on 3rd down, Watson. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop or turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards. Told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 23-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to Johnson again. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first down carry here for Johnson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
First down, Texans.
24.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From just shy of midfield, Watson being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Watson on third down. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Back to throw. Love. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
On is the Chargers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. On first down, Johnson. And he gets it down to the 32. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Three receivers head out right, one to the left on 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Drop deep, drop deep. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Give them 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check the backer, check the backer. Check safety, check safety. No.
Here's Bonnett. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Fourth quarter, holding on to a lead, fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
You got tight right there. Sit hot. Ready, go.
On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Squeeze, get in there.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Lock it.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Ready, go. Proteins mill. Kill. Gone. Buzz. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Watson now to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Watson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on him all game long.
Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Watson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. It's a loss of a yard, bringing up 3rd and 12.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the home team here, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.